All right, so I got this question. Triangle A and triangle B are graphed on the coordinates plane below, right? Which sequence of transformations will map triangle A onto its congruent image, triangle B? Now, first of all, if you see the answers, right? A, B, C, D, we're talking about like reflection over the x-axis, then reflection over the y-axis. Then we have translate A unit down, and then reflection over the y-axis, and so on and so forth. Now we should know how the point will be changed when we have reflection, like over the x-axis or y-axis, right? Well, first of all, the reflection, any point across the x-axis is a point, like any point xy, that will be x negative y, right? So if I have reflection, okay, reflection, let me explain this here. All right, if I have reflection, all right, need space here. So reflection, right, over the x-axis, the x-axis, right? So it means we're gonna change the point, any xy points, right, will be changed to x negative y. So the x is not going to change, but the y will be changed. Like from y will be negative y. For example, let's suppose I have this one here. I have this point here, like this point here, right? Now this point is 2 and 6, right? If I want to have a reflection about the x-axis, for 2 and 6 will be 2 and negative 6, okay? And if I want to have, for example, the this point here, for example, like 2, this is like 2 and 2, right? So 2 and 2 will be 2 and negative 2. And let's suppose I have this point here, which is 4 and 2. So 4 and 2, right? That will be 4 and negative 2, right? Now, it may work here because if you have a reflection about x-axis, the triangle will be this way. Will be like 2 and negative 2. So it will be like 2 and negative 2, right? And then we're gonna have 2 and negative 6, which is right here, right? And we'll have like 4 and negative 2, 4 and negative 2, which is right here. So the triangle will be like this. Right? That's reflection about x-axis. If I translate this triangle 6 units to the left, right? Like for example, I get this one. If I move to the left by 6 units, I can see it from this point here, from this point right here. Like from this point, if I move to the left by 6 units, I will get here. And if I move this point right here to the left, I will get to this point right here. And if I move this one right here to the left right here, 6 units, I will get to this point. So that's how I get to this triangle right here, right? And we can see it clearly that C is the correct answer because reflection about x-axis, right? Then translation 6 units to the left, right? This is about reflection of our x-axis. If they ask us about, let's suppose, we want to know, how the triangle will be if we have reflection over the y-axis, Let's have this one here, right? Let's have this one. Reflection, right? Right, so reflection, right, over the y-axis, over the y-axis, right? If I have a reflection over the y-axis, the change is going to be in x. For example, any point, x and y, right? If you want to change it, if you want to reflect the triangle over the y-axis, any point in the triangle xy will be negative x and y, right? For example, if I have like, for example, 2, 6, right? It's going to be negative 2 and 6. If I have a point, for example, 2 and 2, and that will be negative 2 and 2, and so on and so forth, all right? But this question, we don't need it because we just answered the question, according to this. We have reflection over the x-axis and move to the left 6 units. But you should know, how the point will be changed when we have reflection over the x-axis and over the y-axis. Because in the exam, they may ask you both ways, like either way or both ways, right? All right, let's move on to another question here. It seems like it has to do with content here, right? So a cafeteria offers a choice of five sandwiches. I like to write things down there, right? 5 sandwiches, all right? So 5 sandwiches, all right? 3 salads. So I got 5 sandwiches. So 5S. Let me call S. All right. So sandwiches. S. All right. SAN. 5 sandwiches. And 3 salad. 3 salad. SAL. All right. And 3 beverages. Right. 3 beverages. Like B. All right. We don't, that's like B for beverages, right? How many different meals can be chosen if each meal consists of 1 sandwich and 1 salad and 1 beverages, right? So we can take 1 sandwiches here, and we may have like 3 different salad. We take like 3 different, beverages here. We can take another sandwiches here, but we're not gonna finish. When you have a question like this and they ask you like how many different meals can be chosen from all those like 3 things combined, you're just gonna multiply all those numbers here. Like 5 times 3 times 3 times 3, you're gonna get 45. All right, that's like a simple basic counting problem. It's not really hard, and the answer is gonna be 45.